Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel. Sarah.
How's it going, everyone? Welcome back, and we are in the middle of She Believes Cup. She Believes 2022. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna kind of recap the game that they just played. Not really. We're just gonna talk a little bit about it. This will probably not be a very long video, but we wanted to make a video before the USA versus Iceland game on Wednesday. They played February 20th on Sunday, February 20th. At 2 p.m. our time. I think it was noon in California. First thing I will say, I noticed the stands were a lot more packed than last time.
Good.
They didn't fill the upper half of the stadium.
But who does?
I know a lot of times they don't fill the upper half, but I remember we commented that the stands looked a little bare on Thursday's game, and I figured it was, it was a work night, school night. A lot of people don't go out on work and school nights because it started late. But the Sunday afternoon game looked, it wasn't packed, but it was certain parts of it were very full.
Yeah, it was better.
So it looked good. So I was happy to see a good turnout, and it looked beautiful, sunshining day.
It was a bitchin' day.
Beautiful day all the way around. So they played New Zealand.
New Zealand, if you will.
So going into the New Zealand game, I thought most people thought two things. I thought most people thought it was going to be a quote unquote easier game, whatever that, entails, easier game. And I thought most people thought it's a must win game. I mean, literally, USA can't go in there and not win. So there was a lot of pressure. Hey, Alyssa Naeher was officially back after 200 days. Being injured at the Olympics. She is officially back.
It was so nice to see her back.
And hearing her, everyone loves
Yes.
Alyssa.
I love when she yells in the back of the net,
And then we had Becky start. Also, Midge was in there as a forward, which we don't always see. I think they said it was the first time she had been in as a forward.
Yeah, for the national team.
Yeah, is that what they said? Yeah.
Yeah, her club team, she usually plays forward.
Game starts, go in there. Within the first 5 minutes.
Some wild things happen.
So an own goal by New Zealand.
Yeah.
And
first of many.
Yeah, and we're going to kind of talk about that, but an own goal. First in the first 5 minutes, that kind of thing happens. It happens in the United States. An own goal happens all the time. It's not unique. Yeah. It happens all the time.
Oh, it's the worst though.
But it's the worst. It really is. So that was an own goal by Meikayla Moore, and obviously she was upset. But again, it was an own goal, but it's not necessarily because they just made a flub. They did, but the pressure that they had on the back line of the New Zealand team,
right? Yeah,
aided to that own goal, and Vlatko kind of talks about it in a second. So that was in the first 5 minutes. Then another own goal.
Oh dear.
Yeah, and I mean, you want to beat the other team, but those kind of things, it's kind of just sucks for the other team. But
yeah.
But again, the pressure that United States put on that back line, and a lot of people commented that Abby Erceg, which is like one of the main defenders on New Zealand, she was not playing. So a lot of people say that back line was in disarray because she wasn't playing.
I agree with that.
And that makes a lot of sense because if, the backbone of your back line isn't there.
Yep.
It's not
going to suffer.
It's going to suffer, exactly. I thought if you look at, possession and you look at pass accuracy, the statistics tell you that United States was doing well. But I will say, these statistics were not as dominating as they were during the Czech Republic game, even though the Czech Republic game, there was a tie. So I thought that was a little interesting. If you look at possession and things like that, the Czech Republic on paper looked like United States played a better game.
Right.
And the commentators kept commenting on the game that New Zealand kept pressing a little more. So that means they weren't trying to, they were trying to score. Because a lot of times you just kind of go in there not wanting to be scored on, but you want to score. New Zealand was trying to score. So sometimes things happen. So 36th minute, something bad happened again.
A hat trick, but not in the sense of, not in the type that you want it.
Exactly. Another own goal and another own goal by Meikayla Moore. And
it's a hat trick for her, but the worst kind of hat trick.
I felt so bad for her. I felt so bad because those are the kind of...
What are the odds?
I know.
It's like 1 in a million type thing.
Those are the kind of things where you just will never forget about it. You feel so defeated. You feel bad for your team. You've let them down, even though it's a team effort, but you feel like you've let your team down.
I personally feel like it's your fault, even though it's not.
Exactly. own
Just
goal.
that damn ball. It was a magnet to her.
And then they took her out of the game at the 40th minute. When they showed her on the sidelines, she was she was crying, and it felt so bad for her. She was completely and utterly gutted, completely defeated, completely.
Yeah, everyone's consoling her.
Yeah. I bet most people would just were like, hey, it's okay, these kind of things happen. So what did everyone think about that? I'm sure she doesn't want pity, but I think it's just one of those things that just really suck. And hopefully she's not like one of those, things people always talk about in 3 years. Remember when Meikayla Moore, scored her own, like in a funny way, because it just feels bad.
Meikayla Moroney with the unimpressed face. Let's go back to that.
That's true. That was iconic and will never be forgotten. So the halftime, it is 3-0 own goals. A little more free when you're up 3-0. Second half, again, look good. I will say, second half, Trinity Rodman did get injured, and that did not look good. Apparently, she went down hard twice. Vlatko said that didn't look serious. So that's good.
That's good. Because, she was crying. She seemed like she was in a lot of pain. So,
yeah.
That's good to know that it's not too serious.
51st minute, Ashley Hatch scores officially the first official goal.
She does what she does best. Scores a goal.
She looked great. I saw a lot of people commenting. A lot of people think she kind of looks like a mini Alex in her prime, Morgan, in that when she goes and she scores. She does what she's supposed to do. She scores. She looks good. People keep saying how good Ashley Hatch is looking and how she goes in there, does the dang thing, and looks good.
Yeah.
So she scored, looked great, and then in the 90th minute +3. Pugh scored. And I thought Pugh looked really good.
Yes, it's been a while since we've seen a Pugh goal, and I think we all needed it.
I also thought everyone thought Midge looked really good. She was kind of involved in the own goals, the pressure she was putting in, so she looked really good. Overall score 5-0. Vlatko did have some quotes. Vlatko says, there is still space to grow, but he is happy with the result. They want to win, but right now the development of the players and the group is priority. So he sounded happy. And Vlatko also said this.
Andonovsky says, even though the goals were own goals, the way the team built up to those opportunities was very good, and he thought they imposed themselves early on and step up a pace that suits the way they want to play.
So he was happy, it seemed like. Now, they play Iceland on Wednesday. Iceland's won their last 2 games for She Believes. They're looking pretty strong. A lot of people think this is going to be a pretty tough game for the U.S. A lot of people are predicting Iceland will win this game on Wednesday.
Oh, it should be an exciting one then.
Yeah, it should be.
I love those nail biters.
Yeah, I of course want United States to win, but just figuring out who belongs where on the field, Yeah. Look good. I will say, our girl Christy, she played the full 90, which was fun to see.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, she did. I was surprised. I think it's the first time she's played full 90 since she's been back in the national scene, I think.
Hot. We'd love to see it.
Yeah, she was playing full 90. But what do you guys think for Wednesday's game? And some people still think, some people, I keep reading, still have questions about how United States is going to do in the qualifiers. Some people are even saying it's going to be 50, whether they're going to qualify for a World Cup. Who knows? You just never know.
I don't know. We'll see.
But what do you guys think? We will be back. Good luck Wednesday. Hopefully they win. It'll be 8 o'clock our time, which will be exciting. I like night games.
Hopefully we'll see some soccer.
Yeah.
I think we will.
What does everyone think? Questions, comments down below, and we will talk to everyone soon. Have a great night.
Bye. Bye.